So the Met Gala just happened. Fashion's night of nights, full of whimsy, magic, talent, creativity, and Lizzo. And with a theme like reawakening fashion, it's no surprise that Pat Mcgrath is once again reawakening a tired old palette and peddling it to you. And I'm going to tell you exactly why you don't need it. Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction had its initial launch in August 2018, but only 3 months later, Pat re-released it to celebrate an exhibition at the Met with limited edition cardboard packaging. She's now trying to rob you of $218. But because I kept my receipts, we can see that its initial price was $23 less. Let's look into this, shall we? Here's my original, but there was a slight issue with pigmentation with its deeper shade. And credit where credit's due, Pat did rectify this. Then upon receiving my new palette, I couldn't help but notice something. Notice the different layout? Then upon further inspection, some of the shades have been changed, with the original on my ring finger and the new on my pinky. Although somewhat difficult to pick up on camera, Bronze Blaze has had just that. All of the blaze taken out of it. This once textured and multi-reflective shade has had all of those light-reflecting pigments removed and had them replaced with a light-absorbing silicone texture that cannot hold a blaze to its predecessor. And now to Guilty Pleasure. With the original once again on my ring finger and the updated shade on my pinky, the multicolored light reflective pigments, which once made this a guilty pleasure, have now been removed and replaced with a somewhat somber, sensible taupe shade. Whilst the downgrade of pigment opacity is clear to see on camera, the magic which made Pat Mcgrath shades truly unique is not. And that's just it. Pat is hiding behind what the camera lens can and cannot read, and luring you in with aggressive filters, and is in turn downgrading her formula to that of a pedestrian level. But she's not stopping there. The day after the Met, she's trying to sell you products based on looks which are nothing more than a complete lie, toting these as the products worn by living legend Naomi Campbell for a whopping $238. It is clear to see that these products barely came into question, apart from one very obscurely angled photo, in which a hint of this shade can be seen. But to give Pat the benefit of the doubt, let's take a look at the last gloss, allegedly worn by Naomi in Heavy Petal. Yeah, no, Pat, if you're gonna lie, perhaps don't have an example of it on a deeper skin tone on your website. All I've got to say, Pat, is stop lying and give us what we pay for.